What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, December 15th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Margot Robbie is set to suit up as Harley Quinn once again in a new female lead ensemble film helmed by Suicide Squad director David Ayer. The project, titled Gotham City Sirens, will bring together a collection of female villains from Batman's Rogues Gallery, with the iconic whip-wielding Catwoman and the seductive Poison Ivy joining Robbie's Harley Quinn. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Robbie has also signed on as executive producer, with the script being handled by Geneva Robertson Warded, who has recently penned the upcoming Tomb Raider reboot and Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock Holmes 3. Ayer is also producing. Gotham City Sirens will mark the second time Ayer and Robbie have collaborated together on a villain-focused team-up film following Suicide Squad, which, despite being panned by critics, grossed more than $746.6 million worldwide. Robbie has the standout role in the film as Harley Quinn, the Joker's equally psychotic girlfriend, who remains one of DC Comics' most popular female characters. The film was first reported on in May as a Harley Quinn standalone film that would include appearances by the heroic Birds of Prey featuring Batgirl. In September, Robbie signed a first-look deal with Warner Bros. To produce films through her Lucky Chap Entertainment banner, as she further dabbles in the realm of producing. Gotham City Sirens appears to fall under that deal. On Monday, Ayer tweeted out a comic book image of Poison Ivy, Catwoman, and Harley Quinn with the caption, #SirensForever. The image calls back to DC Comics' former comic book series of the same name by writer Paul Dini and artist Guillaume March. The comic book series also includes appearances from Batman's villain and love interest Talia al Ghul, the daughter of the villainous Ra's al Ghul. Illumination has released a 2.5-minute trailer for its upcoming animated movie Despicable Me 3. The clip, which was posted on social media Wednesday, introduced a new villain, Balthazar Brad, a former child star who's grown up to become obsessed with the character he played in the 80s and proves to be Gru's most formidable nemesis to date. The synopsis reads: the video shows Brad moonwalking a la Michael Jackson and wearing a Jackson-inspired jumpsuit, while the late pop star's hit Bad plays in the background. Brad is also seen boarding a ship, armed with a bubble gum and a Rubik's Cube, intent on a high-sea jewel heist. The character is voiced by Trey Parker, the co-creator of the TV show South Park and the Broadway musical The Book of Mormon. The Despicable Me 3 trailer also features the reformed bad guy Gru, voiced by Steve Carell, and his wife Lucy, voiced by Kristen Wiig, attempting to thwart Brad's plot. The movie will be released in theaters on June 30th. Warner Bros. Pictures has released the first full-length trailer for director Christopher Nolan's upcoming World War II trailer, Dunkirk. The clip, released Wednesday, begins with British soldiers receiving notice dropped from German planes, warning them to surrender before they attack. As more men gather on the shores of the French city of Dunkirk, they are suddenly attacked by German planes who cut down their ranks. One Direction alum Harry Styles is featured in the trailer alongside with newcomer Fionn Whitehead as young soldiers fighting for survival as British troops retreat from the island only to come back to reclaim it. The film will depict the story of Operation Dynamo and the efforts to save 300,000 Allied soldiers from Dunkirk after the Germans invade the country. The operation was taken on by the British Navy with the help of small fishing and pleasure boats, which are seen in the footage. Dunkirk also stars Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, Kenneth Branagh, and Mark Rylance. Shot on 65mm large format film and IMAX, Dunkirk will arrive in theaters July 19, 2017. The heartbreaking family drama Manchester by the Sea was nominated for a leading 4 Screen Actor Guild Awards for film in Los Angeles Wednesday morning. Fences and Moonlight followed close behind with 3 nods apiece. The nominees were announced by Common and Sophia Bush. For Best Ensemble in a Film, the nominees include Captain Fantastic, Fences, Hidden Figures, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight. For Best Actress, the nominees include Amy Adams for Arrival, Emily Blunt for The Girl on the Train, Natalie Portman for Jackie, Emma Stone for La La Land, and Meryl Streep for Florence Foster Jenkins. For Best Actor, the nominees include Casey Affleck, Manchester by the Sea, Andrew Garfield for Hacksaw Ridge, Ryan Gosling for La La Land, Viggo Mortensen for Captain Fantastic, and Denzel Washington for Fences. For Best Supporting Actress, the nominees include Viola Davis for Fences, Naomi Harris for Moonlight, Nicole Kidman for Lion, Octavia Spencer for Hidden Figures, and Williams for Manchester by the Sea. For Best Supporting Actor, the nominees include Mahershala Ali for Moonlight, Jeff Bridges for Hell or High Water, Hugh Grant for Florence Foster Jenkins, Lucas Hedges for Manchester by the Sea, and Dev Patel for Lion. Winners will be announced at a ceremony on January 29th. The gala will be simulcast on TBS and TNT. The Screen Actors Guild nominated Stranger Things, The Crown, Game of Thrones, Westworld, and The People vs. O.J. Simpson American Crime Story for 3 awards apiece on Wednesday morning. The winners will be announced at a ceremony on January 29th. For Best Ensemble in the Drama Series, the nominees include The Crown, Downton Abbey, Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, and Westworld. For Best Ensemble in a Comedy Series, the nominees include The Big Bang Theory, Blackish, Modern Family, Orange is the New Black, and Veep. For Best Actor in a Drama Series, the nominees include Sterling K. Brown for This Is Us, Peter Dinklage for Game of Thrones, John Lithgow for The Crown, Rami Malek for Mr. Robot, and Kevin Spacey for House of Cards. For Best Actress in a Drama Series, the nominees include Millie Bobby Brown for Stranger Things, Claire Foy for The Crown, Thandie Newton for Westworld, Winona Ryder for Stranger Things, and Robin Wright for House of Cards. For Best Actor in a Comedy Series, the nominees include Anthony Anderson for Blackish, Titus Burgess for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Ty Burrell for Modern Family, William H. Macy for Shameless, and Jeffrey Tambor for Transparent. For Best Actress in a Comedy Series, the nominees include Uzo Aduba for Orange is the New Black, Jane Fonda for Grace and Frankie, Ellie Kempler for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Julie Louis-Dreyfus for Veep, and Lily Tomlin for Grace and Frankie. For Best Actor in a Television, Movie, or Miniseries, nominees include Riz Ahmed for The Night Of, Sterling K. Brown for The People vs. O.J. Simpson, Bryan Cranston for All the Way, John Turturro for The Night Of, and Courtney B. Vance for The People vs. O.J. Simpson. For Best Actress in a Television, Movie, or Miniseries, nominees include Bryce Dallas Howard for Black Mirror, Felicity Huffman for American Crime, Audra McDonald for Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill, and Sarah Paulson for The People vs. O.J. Simpson, and Kerry Washington for Confirmation. The Breakfast Club, The Lion King, The Princess Bride, Rushmore, and Paris is Burning have been inducted into the National Film Registry for preservation by the Library of Congress. Librarian of Congress Carla Hayden announced Wednesday the selection of the latest 25 movies to be preserved due to their cultural, historic, or aesthetic importance. The edition spans from 1903 to 1998 and also includes 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, East of Eden, Blackboard Jungle, The Birds, Funny Girl, Putney Swoop, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Thelma and Louise. Hayden said in a statement, motion pictures document our history and culture and serve as a mirror of our collective experience. National Film Registry embraces the richness and diversity of films as an art form and celebrates the people who create the magic of cinema. The Library of Congress takes steps to ensure all films in the registry are preserved as they were originally produced, obtain the best available source of material for archival conservation. Nominations from the public are being accepted for 25 films to be added in 2017. To be eligible, a film must be at least 10 years old and be culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. The film must be produced or co-produced by an American film company for theatrical release and recognized through film festivals and film awards. Sebastian Stan has signed on to star as Jeff Gillooly, the ex-husband of disgraced figure skater Tonya Harding, in biopic I, Tonya. According to the Hollywood Reporter, the film will depict how Gillooly, along with Harding's bodyguard, infamously hired a hitman to break the leg of fellow skater Nancy Kerrigan before the start of the 1994 U.S. Figure Skating Championship. Harding won that competition, but Gillooly and the bodyguard Sean Eckhart were prosecuted as Harding and Kerrigan competed in the 1994 Olympic Games. Eventually, Harding pleaded guilty to hindering racketeering prosecution and was banned for life from the sport. Gillooly testified against Harding and served time in prison for the attack. The film, which was first announced in March, will star Margot Robbie as Harding, with the actress also set to produce under her Lucky Chap Entertainment banner. A director has yet to be named. The role is the latest for Stan, best known as the Winter Soldier / Bucky Barnes in Marvel's Cinematic Universe, where he will continue to appear in alongside with roles in Steven Soderbergh's upcoming NASCAR heist film Lucky Logan and the thriller We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Will Smith says he learned his real-life father was terminally ill while he was working on Collateral Beauty, a film about a man paralyzed with grief over the death of his daughter. Written and produced by Alan Loeb and directed by David Frankel, the contemporary New York set film follows Howard, who writes letters to time, love, and death after he loses his young daughter, then is shocked when people claiming to be these entities show up and attempt to guide him through his heartbreak. Asked at a recent press conference in Manhattan how the role impacted him, Smith revealed, "My father was diagnosed with cancer, and he was given 6 weeks during the process of working on the film. So it was truly a beautiful time for he and I, as I was in Howard's mind, studying and reading all the different religious bases for being able to find an answer for how we recover from this kind of loss." He also added, "I was sharing that with my father through the experience, everything from the Tibetan Book of the Dead to Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. I read everything that you could possibly do to deal with the inevitable pain of death. I was able to do it as Howard, but also be able to share and work on that with my father." So the idea of that loss and that type of pain, this movie and this film, and these ideas have changed me forever. It's the ultimate human difficulty. How do you deal with death and loss? And it was the perfect life-art confluence. For me, I hope that people can feel the depth and power of what's going on in the film. Smith's ex-wife, Sherry Fletcher, announced on social media last month that Smith's father, Willard Carroll Smith Sr., had died. Co-starring Naomi Harris, Helen Mirren, Kate Winslet, Michael Pena, Keira Knightley, and Edward Norton, Collateral Beauty is to open in U.S. theaters on Friday. Reba McEntire is set to headline a new ABC series from creator Marc Cherry. According to Variety, the new drama will be a Southern Gothic soap opera about an FBI agent of Middle Eastern descent teaming up with a small-town sheriff, played by McEntire, to investigate a suspected terrorist attack. Cherry will also serve as showrunner and executive producer. His partner, Sabrina Wind, will be producing under the duo's Sherry Wind Productions banner. This is the latest series from Cherry after creating Lifetime successful Devious Minds and the award-winning Desperate Housewives for ABC. It marks a return to acting for McEntire following the long-running Reba on the CW and ABC's short-lived Malibu County. McEntire will next be seen performing on NBC's A Pentatonix Christmas special featuring famed a cappella group Pentatonic alongside Kelly Clarkson on Wednesday. The talk host Julie Chen is weighing in on rival talk show The View. The 46-year-old television personality addressed reports on Tuesday's episode of Watch What Happens Live that The View creator Barbara Walters feels ABC executives have ruined the show. Chen told host Andy Cohen, "I believe every word I read in page 6. There were contradicting sides, and I believe all of it was true because there's a little bit of truth to everything." She says, "I do think Barbara Walters is probably like, this amazing show I created is now just a withering away from a revolting door of hosts that people can't keep straight. I mean, I should know all the names of the hosts, and I don't because it changes so often." Page 6 has reported Saturday that Walters feels The View will be remembered for its petty backstage bickering and revolting door of talent. The 87-year-old broadcast journalist retired from the show in 2014. Source said of Walters and series co-creator Bill Getty, she feels they've ruined the franchise that she and Bill Getty built. An insider added, "Instead of focusing on smart, educated women with strong talent, they cast uninformed child actors on the show. The legacy has been compromised because of poor casting and bad leadership under ABC News." Amber Rose and Val Chmerkovskiy are very happy with their relationship, people reported. The 33-year-old Amber Rose show host and 30-year-old Dancing with the Stars pro are officially dating after meeting on Dancing with the Stars Season 23, people reported Tuesday. Source told the magazine they're solid and in a good place. They're both very happy with how things are going. The insider added they indeed are dating now. Amber falls in love all the time. She's a lover and loves to be in love. Rose and Chmerkovskiy were first linked in October after getting cozy at Rose's 33rd birthday party and celebrate Halloween together the same month. The pair were spotted holding hands Friday at the Lala restaurant in Los Angeles. The source told Us Weekly they were initially just friends, but it's recently turned into more, and they have been hooking up. Rose and Chmerkovskiy appeared to confirm their romance on Monday by sharing the same photo together on Instagram. Rose captioned her post with him and a heart emoji, while Chmerkovskiy chose a rose emoji. Rose was partnered with Chmerkovskiy's brother Maxime on Dancing with the Stars and finished in 10th place. Chmerkovskiy and his partner gymnast Laurie Hernandez ultimately won the competition. Shannen Doherty's mom was by her side Tuesday for her latest cancer treatment. The 45-year-old actress shared a photo with mom Rosa after undergoing another round of radiation in her ongoing battle with cancer. She wrote on Instagram, "Another day of #radiation. Today my mom came with me because even though I'm so tired after, I'm going Christmas shopping. Gotta get at Curtis Warenenko a present. I love the holidays at the Mama Rosa." Doherty was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015 and announced in August that the disease has spread to her lymphatic system. She started radiation treatments in November and thanked her doctors in a post last week. She revealed, "Another day of radiation. Met Anna and Vince, 2 members of my radiation team. They make a concerted effort to talk to me and show me what's going on in this process so I don't feel so out of control." The Charm alum has been vocal about her cancer battle and often shared candid photos from her treatment on social media. Rose McGowan, Tori Spelling, and Jenny Garth are among the stars who have voiced their support for Doherty since her diagnosis. Garth told Us Weekly last week, "She's strong and beautiful. She's really reaching out to people who are going through the same thing as her and helping a lot of people. I think she's doing a good job." She also added, "She's willing and brave enough to put herself out there going through this horrendous experience with such dignity and grace. I think that gives a lot of people the hope and faith that they can do it too." Doherty is best known for playing Brenda Walsh on Beverly Hills 90210 and Prue Halliwell on Charm. She will appear in TV Land's forthcoming reboot of the 1988 movie Heathers. Ben Affleck thinks ex-wife Jennifer Garner is the greatest mom in the world. The 44-year-old actor gushed about Garner, also 44, and their 3 children in a Time Talks interview Monday in New York. Affleck revealed, "In my career or otherwise, the most defining moment of my life is the birth of my children, the entrance of my children into this world." He said, "Jennifer is the world's greatest mom," before adding, "It's a joy to hang out with our kids. I mean, the meaning of life is to make good people." Affleck and Garner share 11-year-old daughter Violet, 7-year-old daughter Sephirina, and 4-year-old son Samuel. The actor spilled details about his family's holiday plans in an interview with Entertainment Tonight. He revealed, "I can tell you that we're going to do skiing in Montana with our family and Matt Damon's family and my brother's family. It should be a lot of fun." Affleck and Garner announced their split in June 2015 after 10 years of marriage. The actress discussed the importance of being an involved parent during an appearance on the Today Show in September. She says, "They need you to focus and they need your attention. I give it all I can." Star also added, "I try to be the best version of myself and to have faith that they're watching me as carefully when I do something wrong as they do when I roll through a stop sign." Affleck will next star with Ellie Fanning in Live by Night, which opens in theaters on December 25th. He is also slated to reprise Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, in the movie The Justice League. E-reality series Rob and China have been renewed for Season 2. The network announced in a press release Wednesday that Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna will return in an 8-episode second season of the show in 2017. E-programming and developing Executive Vice President Jeff Old said, "Rob and Chyna's romance stuck out such a chord with our viewers who are engaged in their story even before we even started filming the first season. We're excited to share the next chapter of their story." Rob and Chyna followed their romance between Kardashian and Blac Chyna, who got engaged in April after 3 months of dating. The series premiered in September and remains E's most watched unscripted launch of 2016. Kardashian and Blac Chyna welcomed their first child, daughter Dream Renee, in November. The couple documented the birth for a special episode of Rob and Chyna scheduled to air December 18th. Kardashian and his family came to fame on the E! series Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which airs Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. His half-sister Kylie Jenner, who was dating Blac Chyna's ex-fiancé Tyga, shared a first photo of herself with Dream this week. Jenner previously told E! News, "The photos with Rob and his daughter literally make me want to cry. All the photos make me want to cry, the family photos, the photos of just her, but it's really sweet. She's so cute." Hilary Duff doesn't think there's anything wrong with kissing her son on the lips. The 29-year-old actress responded to criticism Tuesday after sharing a photo of herself smooching 4-year-old son Luca at Disneyland the day previous. She snapped back in a new post, "For anyone commenting that a kiss on the lips with my 4-year-old son is inappropriate, go ahead and click unfollow with your wrought minds and judgment." Several social media users have deemed the display of affection inappropriate and wrong in the comments. Others voiced their support for Duff, with many saying they also kissed their children on the lips. One person wrote, "This is the most beautiful picture ever. It shows the love of a mom that will always be there. Anyone that sees this as inappropriate just have messed up minds, and some don't even have kids." Another added, "Nothing wrong with this whatsoever, in my opinion. My family kisses and hugs often, even as adults. Some don't, and aren't comfortable with it, and that's fine too. To each its own. No one needs to hate because someone shows their children affection differently than you." Designer and former Spice Girl Victoria Beckham faced similar backlash in July for kissing daughter Harper on the lips. The star had posted a photo of the smooch on her daughter's 5th birthday. Dove shares her son with ex-husband Mike Cormy, whom she separated in 2014. She said on a Nico Torrella's Love Bomb podcast in November that she and the retired NHL star remained close despite their split. The actress says, "I think that I was in a very successful marriage for a long time. We got together based on love, and we separated in a very loving way. I can't imagine going through that process with anyone but him, and he continues to be my very good friend." Nick Cannon says ex-wife Mariah Carey confronted him about his recent baby news. The 36-year-old actor revealed in an interview with Power 106 how Carey reacted to word that his ex-girlfriend Brittany Bell is pregnant and expecting his child. Cannon revealed, "She came at me first about it, so it was actually easier. I don't know how she heard about it, but she called me, and she was funny with it. She was like, I heard about you out here in these streets." He clarified, "It was never an oops baby. I've always wanted 5 kids. Just because my marriage was over didn't mean I couldn't continue my family." Us Weekly reported in November that Bell was pregnant and approaching the end of her second trimester. Cannon later confirmed on the Breakfast Club that Bell is expecting their first child. He said, "I've got a baby on the way. God said be fruitful and multiplying," before joking, "I'm doing the Lord's work. Everybody gets a baby. I'm passing them out." Cannon and Carey have remained friendly since their split in 2014 and continue to co-parent their 5-year-old twins, Monroe and Moroccan. The actor told Entertainment Tonight this week that he, Carey, and the kids will spend the holidays together. He said, "All fun, all love. You know what it is. Holidays are mainly for kids anyways, when you think about it. And once you go from kids, it's all about family and love, and that's where we're trying to spread." Carey and the twins met Beyonce and her daughter Blue Ivy after Carey's holiday concert Sunday. Your Mind Eternal singer shared a photo of the group on Instagram, writing, "Backstage at Christmas time with our beautiful children." Sundance Head was crowned the Season 11 winner of The Voice in Los Angeles Tuesday night. The Texas native was a member of Coach Blake Shelton's team. In addition to bragging rights, the aspiring singer also earned the grand prize of a recording contract. The reality competition series is hosted by Carson Daly, Shelton, Adam Levine, Miley Cyrus, and Alicia Keys. Serves as coaches this season. The show's 2-hour finale featured the musical performances by Bruno Mars, Sting, and The Weeknd. And speaking of Bruno Mars, he joined James Corden Tuesday for a fashion-focused edition of his popular Late Late Show segment, Carpool Karaoke. Corden noted to his musical guests, "Every time I meet you, you seem like you're in a great mood," who was donning a comfy-looking silk patterned shirt complete with a hat and shades and lots of bling. Mars replied, "What's not to love?" and encouraged the late-night host to try on a similar outfit. Corden joked, "No chance. If I wore that, I'd look like I was having a breakdown." During their car ride, the pair performed a collection of energetic hit songs from Mars' career, including the recent jam 24K Magic, along with Locked Out of Heaven, If I Knew, Uptown Funk, Herm, and Grenade. Mars also explained to Corden how impersonating Elvis at the age of 4 is when he first realized he wanted to become a performer. This led to a rendition of Jailhouse Rock, with Corden noting, "In this car right now, you're young Elvis and I'm fat Elvis when he's in Vegas." As the segment reached its conclusion, Corden finally decided to don his own silk outfit, much to his delight. Corden said, as he wore a pink and blue version of Mars' outfit, "I've never felt so alive." So he replied, "I told you." And here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of December 24th. Number 10, Machine Gun and Camila Cabello with Bad Things. Number 9, 21 Pilots with Heathens. Number 8, DJ Snake featuring Justin Bieber with Let Me Love You. Number 7, Maroon 5 featuring Kendrick Lamar with Don't Wanna Know. Number 6, Zay Hilfiger and Zayn McCall with Juju on That Beat, TZ Anthem. Number 5, Ariana Grande featuring Nicki Minaj with Side to Side. Number 4, Bruno Mars with 24K Magic. Number 3, The Chainsmokers featuring Halsey with Closer. Number 2, The Weeknd featuring Daft Punk with Starboy. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of December 24th, Ray Zimmerman featuring Gucci Mane with Black Beatles. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1944, legendary bandleader Glenn Miller disappears over the English Channel. General James Doolittle of the United States Army Air Force, hero of the Darling Doolittle raid on mainland Japan and later the unified commander of the Allied Air Forces in Europe in World War II, offered the following high praise to one of his staff officers in 1944. Next to a letter from home, Captain Miller, your organization is the greatest morale builder in the European theater of operations. The Captain Miller in question was the trombonist and bandleader Glenn Miller, the biggest star of the American pop scene in the years immediately preceding World War II, and a man who set aside his brilliant career right at its peak in 1942 to serve his country as leader of the USAAF dance band. It was in that capacity that Captain Glenn Miller boarded a single-engine aircraft at an airfield outside London on December 15, 1944, an aircraft that would go on missing over the French-English Channel en route to France for a congratulatory performance for American troops that had recently helped to liberate Paris. It would be difficult to overstate the magnitude of Glenn Miller's success in the years immediately preceding America's entry into World War II. Though he was a relatively unspectacular instrumentalist himself, he played the trombone in various prominent orchestras, but never distinguished himself as a performer. Miller, the band leader, came to dominate the latter portion of the swing era on the strength of his disciplined arrangements and innovation in orchestration that put the high-pitched clarinet on the melody line dubbed by the saxophone in sections an octave below. The trademark sound helped the Glenn Miller Orchestra earn an unprecedented string of popular hits from 1939 to 1942, including the iconic version numbers like In the Mood, 1939, Tuxedo Junction, 1939, and Chattanooga Choo Choo, 1941, as well as Miller's self-penned signature tune, Moonlight Serenade. The Glenn Miller Orchestra played its last ever concert under Miller's direction on September 27, 1942, in Passaic, New Jersey, and shortly thereafter, Miller entered the Army. After nearly 2 years spent statewide broadcasting a weekly radio program called I Sustain the Wings out of New York City, Miller formed a new 50-piece USAAF dance band and departed for England in the summer of 1944, giving hundreds of performances to Allied troops over the next 6 months before embarking on his fateful trip to France on this date in 1944. The wreckage of Miller's plane was never found. His official military status remains missing in action. Also on this date in 1993, Schindler's List opens, wins Spielberg his first Oscar. On this date in 1993, Schindler's List, starring Liam Neeson, in the true story of a German businessman who saves the lives of more than 1,000 Polish Jews during the Holocaust, opens in theaters. The film was nominated for 12 Academy Awards and took home 7 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director. It was the first Best Director win for Spielberg, who had been nominated in the category for 3 of his earlier films, 1977's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, 1981's Raiders of the Lost Ark, and 1982's E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Schindler's List was adapted from Thomas Keneally's 1982 book Schindler's Ark about the Catholic businessman Oskar Schindler, who saved a large number of Jews during the Holocaust by employing them in a factory that made supplies for the German army. The film co-starred Ben Kingsley as Schindler's Jewish accountant and Ralph Fiennes as an evil Nazi officer. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, December 15th, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.